Oh, Timothy, my throat's not working yet. Actually, I was supposed to do a podcast like 8:25 today, and it got all screwed up. Some guy from Las Vegas, looked like a pretty big podcast. I've been doing a lot of podcasts recently, but some of them are little tiny podcasters. But I learn because I see when people aren't big into broadcasting, and they interview me about these programs. What I love seeing is their reaction to when I show them programs. I mean, we'll go online and I'll tell them to go on their computer and put in findhelp.org. And they'll do that and be shocked that there's, 3,500 nonprofit organizations in their zip code that give free money. And that's what's so exciting for me to see their faces when they see that. They have no idea. And this is, really, not, well, these are smart folks, and they don't know about these programs. And it's incredible. Like even there's a new program the government's giving out, and for people there's something like 1 million people that did not pick up their checks from the first stimulus package, and it's a $1,400 check from 2021, and there's 1 million people that didn't pay. And you could get that check if you didn't get it in 2021. It for incomes up to $160,000. That's what we did in 2021. Gave $1,400 to everybody whose income was up to $160,000. And that's income for a couple. For an individual, it's half of that, so it's $80,000. And so they want to give out billions and billions of dollars. I think it's Biden's parting Christmas present because they just announced it a few days ago. So, and what's important about that is to see and to realize that the government doesn't give money only to low-income people, and they give it to rich people too. And that's why people complain about we're in debt. Well, I think the government as a community, we have to have a community to help people. And that's what being human is about, helping each other. If your neighbor's house is on fire, you don't want to run over and say, before I help you, I want to see if your credit card is good. That's what capitalism is. They say anything that you get help for, you have to pay for. And I don't think that should be right. And I think a lot of people in this country think that's not right because 40% of everything in our country is that. 40% of everything in our country is a community program that helps people that want to grow or they have a financial problem. That's 40%. So 60% is capitalism. Well, you only get help if you have a credit card. But 40% is community, where we help people because we want to help people. Okay, and that's why I think it shouldn't be rich people. They're doing quite well. So for us to give out $1,400, $1,400 to people making that's $160,000. $160,000. How did that become poor? When we know we have the largest, America has more poor people than any other developed country. Now, not the poor countries, but developed countries. So we have more poor people living in America than in like Japan or even Mexico has less poor people than we do. So Canada, all the European countries, all the developed countries. And there's about 30 or 40 of them. I'm looking for my show and tell here. I guess I'm going to have show and no tell. I don't tell, you don't tell. Okay, this. You see me hang this up around? Okay, this shows America is #1 in poverty for the developed countries. So why are we giving $1,400 out to people making $100,000 a year? Or, more importantly, I say that, I'm not trying to shame America, and I guess I am in a way, but the problem I see is people think programs they're not eligible for. People think I can't use government programs because I make too much money. Is $150,000, $60,000 poor? No. They said every program is different. See, that's why these are programs for you to help better your life. Whether they should be there or not is another question. I'm not debating that now. What I want to debate is why don't you know about these things? And if you're complaining about something to do in life, or that you can't get help or whatever, because we love to bitch and complain, like the title of this, don't be a baby, you won't win all the time. And I thought of that this morning when I got up, because last night was with the family, and with my boy in town. I have another boy out of town who has a little 1-year-old one, and maybe 13, 14 months, something like that. But we didn't see him yesterday. He lives a couple hours away. But we saw the boy with 2 babies and another one on the way. And they're little kids. One's about 1.5 or something like that, and the other one's about 4 or 5. And the 4 or 5 throws tantrums when he doesn't get his way. And that's what we all love doing. Why don't they give me the money? Why does the government act that way? And I love seeing my son, because I'm more explosive than he is, and he's so above any problem that he'll talk it through with this boy, and that's not a good way. It's just amazing. I don't know where he got that from. Not from me, from his mother, more likely. I just put him in jail. But that's important because we complain, and it's not only their fault, and what it is, I think, is our society's fault. It's capitalism's fault. It's our fault for sucking it in, is actually. But I mean, this is what capitalism is. They tell you how easy it is to do something in life as long as you give them money. And so you start believing that because that's what you hear all the time. And then you see people are getting it, and they have a testimonial. I got that. It was so easy. I woke up, make a phone call, get a check in the mail, and that's not going to happen to you. I mean, you may get hit by lightning or attacked by a terrorist too. There's a chance of that, but it's so goddamn low. So what happens then when you try to solve your problem with the tools that are out there to help you solve them, you get pissed off because it doesn't happen instantly. God damn it, I made 3 phone calls and I still didn't get that money. You're right. That's what life is. It's about trying. When you started to walk, you didn't just, I'm going to walk today. I'm 1 year old. Okay, I guess I should start walking. You just didn't, leave hold of the dining room table and start walking around the room. No, you fell on your ass. And that's what you have to do. Okay, and so don't be a baby and cry and complain because I didn't get it. That's life, And if you don't do that, then you're not going to do anything in life. If you expect life to be easy and handed to you very easily or whatever, you won't do anything, and then you get pissed off more, and then just complain more, and so you have to get out of that mindset, to me. And I know it's easy to do. We all do it. And that's why I want to talk about these things, because if you see what the reality is of what you're doing, then you may be able to get above it. And that's the important thing, that you get above the problem and try to be clear about your options for that problem. See, that's the problem. If you're going only to Google and you're trying to solve a problem, see, you won't solve it if you don't have money, because Google will tell you you could solve any problem you want if you give me money, okay? And you don't have money. So you're playing the wrong game to solve your problems. If you got to get out of debt, you want to get rid of your bills, you want to start a business, you want a better house, you need a better job, you can't go to Google and solve those problems, because all you'll run across is people that want to get your money to help you solve your problem. But you don't have money. If you do, then you go to Google and spend your heart out, okay? And that's fine. That's what Google is for. But everybody tries to use it because that's all we know. They market so well. I have another graph here, mister. Where the hell did you go with that? Okay. Here's the other graph that I'm trying to perpetuate here. See, this is what you have to go. If you have money, you go to Google, and that's over here, the .coms. If you don't have money, you have to use the .gov and the .org. .com means you have to pay the money. You need a credit card to get help here. Here, you don't need a credit card. You don't need any money to get help here. And that's big. That's 40%. But people don't even know about this. They go over here, and because it's easier to use, because they want to get your money. And if people want to get your money, they're going to make it easy as hell for you to give them money, okay? And that's what it's all about, for them getting your money. And I'm a marketing guy. I understand. I do that too. And that's why I'm proud that I only asked for $20. I used to ask for $20,000 and do this for rich people. But the rich people could afford doing this side. It's the people don't have money and can't get a hand in life, and we want to help each other. And we help each other with these two organizations, .gov and .org. G-O-V-O-R-G. .com? No, unless you have money. You're just going to frustrate yourself, because they'll tell you how easy life is if you have money. And it's not easy anyway. And so you usually go over there and you see how hard it is, because they don't come true. So you have to stay out of there anyway, I think. But that's a bias. And the rich people know that. They know that. That's why more rich people use the programs that are from .gov and .com more than anybody else, I believe. I mean, here's a sample. Okay, here's a program that came out, started last year, that gives out like $40,000 for you to fix up your house. And the reason for the money is so you get lower utility bills. Okay. So how many millionaires do you know that complain about utility bills? I don't know any. But people making less than $30,000, they're complaining about it because they get a $300-400 utility bill, and they're in big trouble, right? So that's why the government gave out this $8 billion in 2023 to people to help pay their bill. Any income, no income requirements, okay? Guess who used most of it? People in the highest 25% of our country. The highest 20% used the most. They used 65% of this $8 billion. The lowest 25% used less than 1% of this money. Who needs it the more? Most. I would think the lowest 25%. They have the biggest problem with utility bills. But who got the most? The highest 25%. See, this is what I think is a crime. Well, it's legal. It's not a crime. But maybe there's some morality things going on here that we should look into a little more, even though it isn't a crime. And that's right. Well, it's legal. But is it moral? I guess it depends on the individual. Okay. And the middle people got half of what the rich people got. So they have twice the number of people, and they got half the number of money, much money. But it's those top 25%, and that goes up to millions and millions of dollars. So it starts at $100,000 to $10 million of people who got this money. Right. If you see money laying on the ground, you're going to pick it up. The problem is, why do we allow that? Somebody wrote that law that said anybody could do it. And if we're there to help people, do they need help? Anyway, That's it. So what we're trying to do is teach people about these programs because they're there for all incomes, and that's important for you to know that. And that's what Let's Go Help is. We help you one-on-one to apply to all these programs, okay? And like right today, I think we have 3-4, yesterday on Christmas Day, we had members volunteering to help people find these programs, right? There were 3 or 4 hours yesterday of people on Let's Go Help, members helping members apply for these programs. See, members have access to 12,000 other members to help you. So you're not alone. You're not alone in this world. There are people there to help you, and what we're there to help you and help you show that people do share love with other people, because that's the nicest feeling in the world. The reason they're doing that is not to make money, it's because they see that it opens their heart. We give them a stipend to make sure they know they're wanted. But it's really, they found out, like I have, that the most selfish thing in the world to do is give. Giving is selfish. Don't you realize that? It is, because it feels so good. So we have to give more to everybody, and because it makes you feel good. I totally understand that, I believe me. Let's see, what are members saying? For weatherization and so much more. Okay, right, community action, yes. These statistics are really sad. They are, Michelle. And we create more millionaires than any developed country, than anybody in the world, because China is creating millionaires. They're number 2. And we also create more poor people. So we create more poor people and more millionaires than any other country in the world. We're number 1 in creating millionaires, and we're number 1 in creating poor people. So who's suffering? More poor people, all right? My mother in Texas, but has denied weatherization because of income. Okay, you have to look other ways, other places, even though she's on Social Security. But they used her daughter-in-law's income to exclude her. Well, is her daughter-in-law living her? I mean, for something like that, Bree, you want to make sure that you're getting a square deal, and call your elected official. Call your congressman and your 2 senators where your mother lives, and have them investigate to make sure she's not getting screwed. Okay, the next thing to do, Bree, is to go to findhelp.org. Give me your zip code. Let's see what you got, where your mom, what's your mom's zip code? Okay, so we could help her find something. Okay, findhelp.org. What's your mom's zip code? Bree, 77365, 77365. Okay, I'm going to findhelp.org, and I'm putting in 77365. And what do I get? Dibbity bobbity boo. Okay, now I can put it in home repair, because there's nonprofit organizations that help this too, and they don't have the same criteria. Okay, wow. Okay, wow. And I mean wow, double, triple, quadruple wow. Why? Because I put in your zip code and put in home repair, and I found 172 organizations that will help your mom with home repair. Now, you have to roll up your sleeves, or mom has to roll up her garter belt or whatever and start calling these people to see who can help her. They're all 170, what did I say, 172? I even forgot. Boy, this brain of mine. Oh, wow, 172. I was right. That's 1 out of 10, I think. So you got 172 organizations that is going to help you with free home repair. Every one of them does that. Now, whether they do it for you, you don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows except the organizations giving it out. So what you have to do now is get that list. Start calling every one on that list. She said 211. Yeah, but 211 isn't as good to me, because 211 tells you, just gives you one answer. And look there's 172 answers. 211 is giving you one answer. For some things, it's okay that way. You can't. You have to find people in the business that are solving problems like yours. And 211 it's like me. I don't know what's local. They don't know exactly all these programs. No, they're an operator looking up a spreadsheet, yeah, and maybe this one. You have to get into the nitty gritty. That's what I mean. See, it's you can't be a crybaby and say, "Oh, I can't find it." No, you haven't looked enough. You haven't looked enough, and looking enough means taking that 172 organizations. I know it's a pain in the ass. Nobody wants to do that, okay? But you have to look at it this way. It's worse not having the weatherization. You know, that is the bigger pain in the ass. So you go out there and you start making those calls to ask for people to help you. And that's what they're there. See, these are all the community organizations that are there to help people. They're not the money organizations that are trying, capitalism that want to get money from you. No, they're there to help you, not to get money from you. They're there to give you money. So they're the people you want to talk to. But the lower income people need to get more of these benefits. Something. I believe this is, and it's the elected officials that do this. That's what happened. Everybody wants to get reelected, and so they don't have anything but their own self-interest in mind, unfortunately. So that's what we got to do, Bree, is train people on how to look at that and start doing the research that's required and not be a crybaby because it's not easy. It isn't. Life is shitty and it's going to beat you up no matter who you are, how rich you are, how poor you are. We're all going to run into stuff that's going to be a pain in the ass. But you have to face it and do something about it. And to work harder on figuring out the problem. And see, now you have 172 possibilities. So there's no guarantee. Nobody gets a guarantee in life that it's going to be easy. Nobody gets a guarantee that you'll get the money. But there is a guarantee you get nothing. I'll guarantee you get nothing if you don't try. That's the only guarantee you get. And you got to play the game, because if you don't try, you just be miserable. And it's better to be miserable. It's better to try than to be miserable. And that's what we're trying to do. And we give you the tools to do that. Okay, here's what has to be done. You have to take initiative and do it. And it all you have to do is get on the phone. And get on the phone is the best way. You start calling people for help. And when they say no, they can't help you, then you ask for them if they know somebody else that could help you, because they know other people doing this, because they're in that business to help people fix up their home. So they're the people you want to talk to. Like you want to know a legal question, you talk to a lawyer. Maybe they don't know the answer to your legal question, but they know who might know that answer. That's the other thing. Calling Uncle Harry, who's a plumber or something, he's not going to know, right? And that's what we do. So at least you call a lawyer who points you towards a better possibility of getting that answer. That's what research is about. That's what we have to train each other. I need help answer back taxes as a 1099 contractor insurance. Okay, you make an appointment. Okay, they have programs where you'd only have to pay like 10% of what you owe in back taxes. But I can't guarantee it, but they do it. Members, Tula did that, and she had $50,000. She got that down to 10. or that's for 20. I guess it was 5. Okay, IRS. Okay, here's what you want to do. You want to make an appointment with your local IRS office. So you can make an appointment. It's like a hairdresser, okay? You make an appointment with your hairdresser, and you make an appointment with your, to figure out your taxes. Because they have programs, if you can't pay your taxes, you may not have to pay them all. See, and that's what you want to know, okay? And that's called, there's the link to how to find a local contact. Here's another one. This is the program you also want to find out about. It's called Offer in Compromise. And states have this too. Oh, you don't have money? Okay, fuck it. You can only pay, you can handle 10%? Okay, we got a deal. We pay only 10%, okay? And that's the kind of options they have. people who do the research or people who pay money to do the research find out about these things. And you can too. You live in America, you have the same right to this as a billionaire. But the billionaires are following Trump around now, trying to get more money from the government. Okay, there they are, okay? Your 1099, back taxes, yes. And don't hide, because that creates stress in your mind, and your body will react to that and rebel against all that stress you're giving inside your body. And that's important. That you get rid of that stress, you talk to people, and you absolutely and uncertain. Yes, exactly. And so you look at your options. You don't know your options. That's the problem. That's why you have stress. The only option you usually, if this doesn't happen, I go to jail. That's nonsense, but that's what our mind does to us. You have to go out and find the other options, okay? And that's important. Right, maybe you could Twitch Tula there to help you. And another thing is make an appointment with a free financial counselor. If you go to findhelp.org, and put in your zip code and financial counseling, you'll see dozens of organizations where you live that offer free financial counseling. Sit down with you one-on-one, get rid of some of bills or make a deal with some. I get it. You can't do this. You don't know it. You talk to people who do this all the time and don't charge money. That means they're going to charge you money for doing this if you go to Google. Don't go to Google because you can get it for free, please. God, I'm turning into an old asshole, am I? All right. I'm looking for assistance to start funds for a business. I'm excited to start. Okay, Amy, you don't look for money. You look for help, okay? And you're a member, so get the Let's Go Meta Grant report and look at item number 5, or start here, because in there we show you how to go to sba.gov/local-assistance. Okay, sba.gov. Okay, when you go there, you put in your zip code. Now, this is going to take work on your part, Amy. You can't just, find an application to fill out and get the money you need. That's not going to happen. Forget it. Okay, it may if you get lucky, but you probably won't. Don't plan on luck. Plan on work, because that's going to more likely to happen. Okay, and so you do that, and you make an appointment with. You'll see, even in Arkansas, you'll have 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 or more organizations, nonprofit, that get free money and help to start a business. Free money and help to start a business. But you don't ask for money. You ask for help. You have a business idea because you're limiting yourself. So much money is not even grants even. So no, you want to know what you have to go do a scouting trip and find out what's out there, so you know the options that are out. You could get a contract instead, or you could get free training instead to start your business, free rent for the next year, and there's all different ways to do this. So you have to be an open mind, and you're like a scout in the military. You have to send them out to go scout what the land is like and where they're camping out and all that kind of stuff. You come back and tell the general where everything is, then you plan the attack, okay? And that's what you have to do in planning your attack. Arkansas business grants. Yeah, but don't look for them yet. Look for help first. That's the first thing you have to do, because you're not positive about how to do what you want to do yet. You need help, and people sitting. I'm guessing maybe you have an incredible business plan, all this stuff already. No, you want help, because there's ways to start a business without money. My first 2 businesses, I start with money and they failed. The next 3 that were successful never used money. The only thing is important in starting a business is being successful, is having customers. Whether you're an LLC or have fancy business cards, none of that matters about the success of your business cards, success of your business, except customers. And you have to learn about that first. We have a program. I have a report. Make sure you get, it's listed in the Let's Go Meta Grant report, but it's how to start a business with no money. But first of all, no matter what you do, you make an appointment with these mentors. These are free business mentors that talk to hundreds of people like you that started, and they help them through. So you want to see what other people do in your situation, not look at just not what they do at the end of a journey, but what they do at the beginning of a journey. Sure, the end of a journey is filling out an grant application, but there's a lot of stuff before that you need help in thinking through, and that's what these people do, okay? And that's important to know, because you're gonna waste your time looking for business grants in Google, filling out applications and going nowhere, and the important thing is, actually, if you have what kind of business you wanna start? Come on, make me look foolish, Amy. What kind of business you wanna start? Maybe we could point you in some options. I joined through the trial. Oh, thanks, Amy. What kind of business you want to start? Online health and beauty. Do you have products already? Or are you going to sell other people's products? Do you have products already? Amy, do you have health and beauty products already? I'm in talks with 2 different companies. Well, you just need to figure out how to sell the products. And websites are free, or you put them on Etsy for free. You start getting marketing. Download my report about how to start a business for free. You're using other people's products. You don't need any money to start a business. You need customers. If you're going to sell other people's products, that's all you do. And that's affiliate is another way to do that. And it doesn't cost money to do that. People will tell you that people will charge you money for that, but you don't have to. I'm in talks with 2 different companies. If they're going to charge you money, don't pay anything until you talk to these counselors, okay? You don't pay for anything until you talk to these counselors for free. You don't pay, because people who are selling you something on the internet to be in business, they're there to make money from themselves. Doesn't matter if they're 2 different companies, whatever. No, get help before you make any deal like that. I mean, you're in a fish tank of sharks, that know how to make you part with your money. So you got to get people on your side to understand that. They talk about this every day, and they scheme every day on how to say the right words to get your money. You don't want to do that, okay? So you will have to get the help, and the help is free. Go to that sba.gov/local-assistance, okay? And otherwise, you're going to lose money. I mean, I certainly can't guarantee you're going to lose money. Nobody really knows. And you may be super special, but cover your butt and go get help. Don't take anything you read on the internet as gospel truth. And see, these people I'm sending you don't make money from you. You're talking to these 2 businesses or whether they're going to help you make money. They're making money from you. So they have all the motive in the world to say whatever it takes to get your money. The people I'm sending you get paid whether they help you or not, whether they help you for a minute or a year. They got the same pay. That's the kind of help you want. Nobody has skin in the game that's telling you how good something is, like me. I got your dollar, right? So I'm telling you how easy it is, but it's not going to be easy. That's why if this isn't for you, you got to bail out before we charge you $20, Sam. Matthew, you is a good person. How will you do for others? Oh, thank you, Elton. There is so much opportunity I feel in life. And just people stop us from taking advantage of it. And a lot of people who stop you is really us. We stop ourselves from taking advantage of them based on misinformation and not seeing everything. Sure, the bad shit you see is right, but there's good shit out there too. So you gotta wade through it and find it. And that's what's important. I gotta do another podcast soon, guys. But thank you, everybody, and thank you for joining. We do this $1 for 5 days that we just stopped last night. And it was, in the beginning when we first did it, it was doing well, and then it started to peter out. But yesterday was a little jump in interest, and that was interesting. So, because it's a way for me to take the risk out. So you could see, like Amy is seeing now, that there are just people in this community that want to share their love with you and help you in any way possible. Because that's all we're here to do in life. I mean, my theory right now is, how many people can I help before I die? Maybe I'll turn into a screaming asshole because my life's getting short. I want to do more. But good day, Michelle, to you. Have a biased and beautiful rest of your, blessed. I thought you said biased. We do have a, yes, you charge $1 and so much info. Thank you for saying that, Elton. But it frustrates me that we have all these. I mean, to me, I sort of see that the government has like oil under the ground of everyone's feet. There's an oil gusher waiting for you to help you, but you have to dig into it to get it, you know? And then it frustrates me. Man, you're walking in America and don't realize right under your feet you have this gusher of help and money. And right, you have to dig it out. And that's what I'm trying to do. You don't need money, you don't need contacts, you don't need skills. You just need desire and belief that it's there. And I guess that's the hardest thing for me to transmit in doing this, is that it's there, it's a possibility, but you got to put in the time. And that's important. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, man. Thank you, Amy. Oh, nice to have you here. And help other people too. When you find something, show other people, hey, look what I have. Look what I found. And that's the biggest thing. But see, you have to go out and do the panning for gold bit first, so you find it, okay? Sending love to you all. Thank you, Michelle. Where can I join for the year now? How much is it? Yeah, it's $99. You know, yeah, you can. I think you could change your, yeah, you could change your program from $1 to $99, which is like $9 a month instead of $20 if you do the monthly. But yeah, okay, here, you send an email to Let's Go Help. Let's Go Help at gmail.com. Let's Go Help at gmail.com. Okay, about upgrading. Because otherwise, you're going to be billed $20 or $19.95. Okay. Or does anybody, Michelle, anybody know, is there a link for upgrading? I don't even know anymore. But go to Let's Go Help at gmail.com, and Magic Mary will take care of that, okay? Great. Okay, guys, gotta rest my throat. Gotta do a podcast soon. Talk to you later. Thanks again for all the love and joy you've given me so much. Thank you.